We just wrapped up, had an awesome fight, Tank versus Lamont Roach. Did you get a chance to check it out?
For sure, I watched it closely.
What'd you think?
I thought Lamont won it. Um, Real good fight, very technical fight, but I thought Lamont Roach pulled it out, even without the the knee thing that happened. You know what I mean? I thought Lamont was the better man that night. I thought he had a great game plan. He is very composed. He had a great jab. Defense was real solid inside. Anytime Tank would touch him, he would be sure to touch right back. He started stringing his combinations together as the fight went on to get. It seemed like he was like, you know what I mean, and he wasn't tolerating anything in the inside, like any little shoulder bumps or anything. He would check it immediately with a shot. So that was good to see mentally, and he stayed on the front foot the entire time. And he was really good catching the left hand on his side. You know what I mean, and returning. He just did he had a complete good fight in my eyes. You know what I mean, it was a perfect game plan executed by him. And I thought he put the fight out.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one too. I gave it to him, and I'll be the first to admit going into it, I thought it was going to be Tank. He was a huge favorite, like 25-1, and understandably so with everything that he's been doing, the way that he's been looking. But man, Lamont Roach, dude showed up big, and one of the things that I was thinking
Yeah.
was that a guy who's going to beat Tank has to back him up. He's an awesome counter puncher. We've seen the way he does things with that left hand, but look at you look at the way Frank Martin fought him. Frank Martin let Tank come forward, and if you let a guy like that come forward, he's going to start using feints. He's going to be able to mix things up and time it, and then he's just going to be able to clobber you with that left hand. So when Lamont came out and he was on the front foot, I didn't think he was going to be able to do it, but man, he not only did it, he did it good.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be a good fight just based off the rivalry, like right then and right there. Like once you come up with somebody and grow up with them, they might could become a superstar to everybody else, but they still that to you. You know what I mean? You still who you are to you. They know they didn't have great amateur fights, gym work, all type of things, and like you know what I mean. And they're schooled by some of the same people. So, and I know Lamont is very good in the inside, as far as like when a guy is right in front of him. You know what I mean? Jamil was able to have success because he was moving around the ring and boxing. But I know if you right there with him, he's a great inside fighter. You know what I mean? And that's where the fight was most of the time, was right close quarters, where they shooting short 6-inch punches and countering and shifting and stuff like that. So I know Lamont was real good at that, and I know he a dog. I know he got the mental fortitude for that type of fight, and it all showed. You know what I mean? I know he wasn't coming to lay down, and but he surprised me even more with that fight. You know what I mean? It was definitely a great showing by Lamont.
Absolutely. Yeah, you could tell he wasn't intimidated in the least. Like you said, I was watching some
Yeah.
interviews with Barry Hunter going into that one, and Barry was talking about the history that he has with both fighters and working with them and being from the area. So you knew that going in they had this understanding and everything, and it couldn't have turned out better for him. And one of the things that made me think, man, I remember
Yeah, for sure.
Rolly Romero. He was saying, he goes, look, Tank punches hard, man. Don't get me wrong. Like, this dude can crack. But part of the problem, or part of the thing that you don't see, is that he's getting guys that are weight drained. They're either they're like Ryan Garcia or Mario Barrios, where they're signing rehydration clauses, or he's just catching guys and he's making them suck down on a hard weight cut. And it made me wonder, the way Roach was in there. I mean, he's coming up for 130, and he was eating those shots, man, and he never looked like he was hurt one bit. As a matter of fact, he stung Tank once. And it just made me wonder if maybe there was a little bit more truth to that than I had originally given it credit for when I heard it.
I wouldn't say that, you know what I mean, because at the same time, it was some guys coming up, because he had fighting some guys from 30 that's putting weight on him to fight him. Then you got some guys that's kind of stricken down. Tank is a special talent, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? He a killer, you know what I mean? Once he crack you or hurt you, he gonna get you, you know what I mean? He trying to get you out of there, you know what I mean? Some guys just ain't going. You ain't gonna knock everybody out, you know what I mean? As far as like Pitbull, he's not a guy that's really getting stopped because he got a tight defense, he's coming, you know what I mean? But I think Tank was going to beat those guys anyway, you know what I mean? Mario Barrios was doing real good boxing, but he got caught, you know what I mean? I don't think it was because the weight he got caught. He got caught because he got caught, you know. Ryan was doing good, but he said his rib was already broke, and he got hit with a body shot. You know what I mean? And it was a grazing shot. That's what stopped him. So I don't really think it was the way he had to deal with that either, because he started off good. He just, when he got caught, he got caught. Well, like in the second round, he was overshooting. He slipped a shot, ran right into one. Rollies didn't say he was weight drained. You know what I mean? He came out very good and aggressive. He ran into a shot. So I really don't think it's the weight that why Tank was getting these guys out there and doing that. I just believe it's his skill set and his punching power and the accuracy of his punching power. He's very accurate with his shots, and that's what's getting them guys out there. He pinpointing the shots where they're supposed to be. So I don't take nothing away from him in that aspect. You know what I mean? Because I think he still beats them guys without the claws and the weight or whatever. So I just think he was a better man than them guys that night.